You know that moment when someone tries to challenge you, and instead of reacting, you just go quiet? Not weak quiet, not confused, just still. And somehow that silence changes the entire room. People often misread that. They call it cold, distant, even arrogant, or they assume you don't have anything to say. In a world that rewards quick reactions and loud confidence, restraint can look like a lack of power, but it isn't. It's a different pattern entirely. There's a layer to human interaction most people never consciously notice. Beneath words, beneath tone, there's a constant negotiation of status, safety, and control. What looks like confidence on the surface is often just nervous energy trying to fill space, and what looks like silence can actually be regulation. This is where the real topic begins. What people call power or respect in social dynamics is rarely about dominance in the obvious sense. It's about how predictable or unpredictable your responses are, and how well you manage emotional signals. Behavioral research has shown that the brain is constantly scanning for cues of stability. When someone reacts instantly, emotionally, or defensively, it gives others information. It makes them readable. But when someone pauses, when their response isn't immediate, the brain has to work harder to interpret them. That slight uncertainty naturally creates a shift in perceived authority. Not because of manipulation, but because the nervous system equates control with safety, and people respect what feels stable. For some, this pattern didn't come from studying psychology or learning tactics. It developed much earlier. Environments where reactions had consequences, where saying the wrong thing or reacting too quickly led to discomfort, conflict, or being misunderstood. So the system adapted. It learned to observe first, to hold back, to process internally before responding. Over time, that becomes automatic, not a strategy, but a baseline way of being. And from the outside, it can look like control, but inside, it often feels like awareness. There's no need to label this as better or worse. Some people are expressive and fast-moving, others are measured and restrained. Both are valid. Both have strengths and limitations. This is just one way the human system organizes itself. But there's a quieter layer to this that most people don't expect. The same stillness that creates respect can also create distance. When you become hard to read, people may project onto you. They may assume confidence when you're just processing, or detachment when you're actually present. Power, in this sense, isn't always connection. And that's the trade-off. Control can protect you, but it can also make you feel slightly separate from the moment, slightly outside the interaction instead of fully inside it. Still, there's something important here. If you've ever noticed yourself holding back, choosing your reactions carefully, or staying calm when others escalate, that isn't emptiness, it's pattern recognition. It's your mind noticing more than it says, and that has value. Not in a loud, obvious way, but in the kind of quiet stability that shifts how people respond to you without them fully understanding why. You're not broken for being this way. You're not missing something others have. You've just learned to move differently through the same space. And if this feels familiar, there are other patterns like this, subtle, almost invisible, shaping the way you experience people and the way they experience you. You've probably noticed more of them than you realize.